Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday, another fresh new day for some amazing FIFA action. Welcome to the eISL, of course, powered by Coca-Cola. Before we get the event started, a huge shout out to our associate sponsors, Hero, our esports partners, Nordwind Gaming, our platform partners, PlayStation, and our digital collectible partners, Terra Virtua, for making this event happen. So I'm joined along with Azim as always, and today we have another Eastern Coast rivalry with us. So Azim, how excited are you?
Very, very exciting. Could be the last chance saloon for Odisha FC today. But before we get into that, let's quickly take you through the tournament format. As always, this is, of course, the league stage. We're getting into the crunch time in the league stage. 3 games per match, 2 1v1s, and 1 co-op. The top 4 teams will make it to the finals to be played on the 19th to 21st of March. And, of course, the 2 winning team members will then go head-to-head to decide who represents India in the FIFA Global Series 2022. And, of course, huge prize pool at stake as well.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about the prize pool lately, but there has been some addition. Let's take a look at the 78 lakh rupees INR prize pool, out of which the first position gets 15 lakh rupees and so on. It reduces the MVP here, ladies and gentlemen, 4 lakh rupees separately, plus a personalized NFT of the player by Terra Virtua. So that is something amazing that has been over here. So along with a lot of money, you're still getting an NFT that has been curated just for you. And imagine, some special moment. A lot of things are definitely possible in the eISL. We have seen a lot of moments. But before that, let's take a look at the leaderboard and see where these two teams stand right now. Of course, Northeast United FC, we did see them playing yesterday. However, could not get the better of things, but same goes with Odisha FC as well. So Northeast United, they still have a few more games to kind of cover up and get themselves at least on the 5th spot if they sort of winning today's matchup. But regardless, like you said, Azim, for Odisha FC, it's their lives on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. They really need to make it count today. Last couple of the matches have been very important matches, particularly the games they played against Hyderabad FC, and of course they couldn't get the result last time out as well.
Yeah.
So really need to. I think Shubham has been vocal about the fact that he's still sort of adapting to the patch and the new title update. But I think that's something that everybody has to do. And well, we're going to see. This is the lineup. We have a very interesting lineup. It is Dugal going up against Mufu in game 1, and Shubham against Imad. So all 2 big hitters again going up against each other. Slight change in the lineup as well. Shubham taking game 2 as opposed to game 1. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, yesterday we did see him play game number 1, right? So today he's playing 2,
Yeah.
and we've seen these teams colliding against each other in the past. Of course, we're gonna get back to that. It was a draw, but if you take a look at the statistics, not a lot has changed. At least for Odisha FC, we've seen that resurrection from them after the new year commenced, and for Northeast United FC, we've sort of seen the dip after the new year. We haven't seen them produce a lot of results, but this is the matchup I was talking about. So likewise, I think it makes perfect sense why Imad and Shubham want to go up against each other. They want to have some sort of a decisive answer to this tie, right? They
Yeah.
want to have those 3 points secured. They're sharing 1 point each. Well, earlier was fine because that was match number 20, right? But now heading on, I think this is match number 69. So quite an interesting matchup because, of course, like we have discussed, it's those dying days. We're approaching the end game, and this is where they cannot make any mistake, both the teams. Well, of course, Northeast United have a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah, a little bit more margin for error, you would have to say, for Northeast United FC. But interesting to note that, of course, with Northeast United FC, the sort of out of form player, you could say, in Mufu going and taking game 1. So Imad volunteering to take that pressure match, and the opposite, you would say, for Odisha FC, where the guy Shubham, who has been struggling a bit off late, deciding to take that pressure game in game number 2. So interesting to see how both teams approach it. A very quick start, of course, by Northeast United FC in their away jersey, which is all white as opposed to the red that we are so used to seeing. Let's see what kind of formation Mufu has gone for. It seems that he has dropped his favoured players. Doesn't look like there is a Ronaldinho anymore. He's gone with Ronaldo, De Bruyne, Jorginho, very interestingly, in midfield. So let's see how that plays out. Of course, Jorginho one of the one of the players of the year in the real world of football. Let's see if that can translate, of course, to his FIFA style as well. Maybe looking for more of a passing style, and very interestingly, possibly the first time I'm seeing a player not picking either Ruud Gullit or Pele from the start. So very bold team selection by Mufu.
Yeah, I think this is sort of an experimentation which can really pay off, or it can really fire back right at his face, right? So he's taken that risk. A lot of players we have seen them play it rather safe, go with the meta players. Gullit has always been one of the more interesting ones. We do see a Hakimi from Dougal's side as well, but Marquinhos making that rescue save over there, making sure that the ball does not go through that, and the attack sort of gets delayed. So quite some interesting changes being made by these players. We've always been talking about it as the eISL keeps on going. Maybe around March when we're going to be entering the playoffs. That time, maybe it would be a different lineup for the players because again, they're being well read, their strategies being called out. So you've got to keep on adapting. But this could be a promising chance by Dugal as he's slowly building up. So a similar, likewise, playstyle we're witnessing from both these players. Oh, he's gotten past the defender. All he's gonna do is look for that pass, and he takes a shot. And there you go, Odisha FC. They've got a really early lead, and it comes out from Dugal. Of course, Ronaldo being the one making that dribble across the defender at the right point, passing it on, and making no mistake, taking that volley, scoring it away.
Yeah, absolutely. Potentially, if we do expect these games to be a little low scoring, both with Odisha FC and Northeast United FC. So, potential Terra Virtua super moment of the match right there. But again, trying to get forward, and quite interesting to note that it was that. I mean, I just noticed that we do have a couple of Team of the Year cards in the team, and that probably makes sense, and why that explains why there is Jorginho. But a great ball in there from Mbappe to Ronaldo,
Oh,
in
wow.
on goal. Is he onside? Yes, he is. The goal counts, the goal stands, and there you go. The main man staring into the camera. It is 1-1. Mufu striking back immediately for Northeast United FC, and wow, we've got a pretty good game on our hands already.
Oh yes, and this is one of the things with just not Odisha FC, but with a lot of other players as well. They score a goal, and then right after, instantly they concede, and it all comes down to nothing, right? Where again, even Stevens, this ball has been broken off. Ronaldo passing it on towards Messi, and he's gonna try and take it through that right wing. Maybe has that intention for a cutback, but regardless, just keeping the passing game on. Like you said, Azim, they've been playing a lot on passes. They've been relying on that. But Marquinhos, he stands strong as a wall.
Yeah, and will be interesting to note lots of the team of the year players in there. There's a team of the year. Mbappe, of course, very powerful 97 rated card. You also have the team of the year. Ronaldo card in there, the Jorginhos, the De Bruyne's, all of these guys. So definitely some changes to the meta coming. And there you go, another goal. This time the ball fed in, and it is the lead once again for Odisha FC. End-to-end stuff over here. Both teams going all-out attack at the moment. You would have to say Dugal's build-up play and general play has been a bit better. Buku really trying to strike on the counter-attack. But there you go. That is the goal. It is 2-1 to Odisha FC. And wow, where do we go from here?
Maybe one more coming in from Mufu's side. I mean, that is what we would love to see. That is what the fans would love to witness. But again, the girl really promising signs from him, considering how his match was yesterday or how he really played. But still, he'd been trying. It was just not enough. But today's matchups, they've been looking really good. At least for Odisha FC, up until now, 30 minutes almost gone by. We've seen 3 goals. Northeast United FC, they've been playing that passing game, but haven't really been successful in passing over Marquinhos in a lot of occasions. So they've got to pay heed to that. They've got to make sure that they sort of have a way around it. But for now, again, Odisha FC have managed to retain the possession, and we've got to see where their next attack build-up is from.
Yeah, well, again, cheap giveaway almost for Odisha FC, not capitalized on by Mufu. But, well, he's taking his time to build up Dugal. He can afford to do that with the lead. Now getting forward, he's got the Ronaldo card in there as well, passing to, of course, the OG. Ronaldo Nazario and trying to get into the ball over there. Marseille Roulette trying to get away from his defender, somehow managing to keep the ball, gets away from the right back Hakimi, puts it in. Neymar in,
Oh,
and it is saved.
what?
It is saved by Donnarumma. It looked like that should have been in, but going near post and Donnarumma pulling out the save with those big hands and a big getaway there from Mufu. The ball into the box now, trying to win that header, and the counter attack is on now. De Bruyne over there. Now it's Messi sort of 1v1. Will he look for the long ball in behind again? Yes, he does. And Messi brings it down as well. Surely a goal this time for Northeast United FC. And Mufu strikes back again on the counter attack. That's really the only tool he's relied upon. And really, I think he needs to get his defense a little bit sorted out, because I don't think playing on the counter attack the entire game is going to be completely sustainable. But for now, I mean, it's great entertainment for us. Another potential Terra super moment of the match. It is 2-2.
Oh yes, and like you said, both the goals coming in almost similar fashion from Mufu's side. Huge questions raised on Dougal's defense over there, and always Messi or Ronaldo just breaking through with that blistering pace. That is definitely going to be a little concerning for them. But as we go on, before the 45 minutes time, so this is something that's really good, right? Both these teams are equally matched up. Dougal is also not. Shying away, and the same goes with Mufu. A goal for a goal, that is what they're going for, and this could be one promising one. We really thought we're going to get to see some entry from the left wing over there, but nothing of that sort happening. With Jorginho, he's going to try and search for a play, maybe go for a cutback, but again, rather opting for those dribbles. Messi to De Bruyne. And there you go, back and forth with Ronaldo. This could be a good pass, a good chance. Ronaldo, that's definitely going to take the shot. But Peter Cech coming in time. And there you go, defending it. The halftime whistle blowing off. And I must say, Azim, this has been one of the most entertaining halves we've seen in a while.
Yeah, definitely a very entertaining first half. Both teams looking to attack as much as they could. I think Mufu growing into the game a little bit as the first half progressed, but it was challenging for him at the start. Was looking like conceding. Great play over here, using the De Bruyne to get into position, and the nice volley to set up Ronaldo over there. So well played by Dougal to give Odisha FC the lead. But then two very straightforward counter attacks, you would have to say, just looking for that run in behind, once with Ronaldo, once with Messi, and really nothing that Tuchel could do to defend those. Tuchel's build-up play has been a bit more intricate, a bit more complicated, shall we say. Well, it's been very straightforward route one stuff from Mufu. But the important thing for Northeast United FC, at least, is that Mufu is still in the game, despite not being particularly the dominant player. But plenty of time to go, another half to go, and the complexion of this game could change entirely. And of course, if it whatever the result, we have a absolutely lip smacking game to look forward to, with Shubham going up against Imad.
Oh yeah, and the way things are going on, like you said, it's all sparks flying. But this could have been a potential good chance, or rather, still the attack in play. Ronaldo getting the pass, and wow, that's some nice ball control being shown by Mufu from over there. And today we've seen a completely different version of Mufu. The way he's playing, he's trying to be a little composed. He's going in for those build-ups. He's making sure that he's just not that defensive Mufu, but even on the defense, he can be really deadly too. But the ball possession has sort of been given away now. It's all onto Dougal, and we've got to see how he can, or rather what he can make out of this chance with Neymar. Maybe searching for that open pass, maybe something else. Maybe he can give it to the left wing, but no, rather go opts for Mbappe. But Marquinhos coming in to rescue. So today, Marquinhos has sort of been the go-to player who's been defending from both the teams. But on most of the occasions, we've seen Maldini do the same.
Yeah, Maldini looks like he's lost his place to some of these Team of the Year cards, but I do think there's going to be a few loyal players who will be doing that. Of course, Marquinhos does give you a large amount of pace and physical presence combined with a defensive ability. So one of the best defensive cards you can have in the game, particularly if you have the Team of the Year card. Even just the base card is actually pretty good. But now using the midfield passing ability of Jorginho and De Bruyne, not a lot of physical presence in that midfield. So potentially an opportunity for Dougal to sort of use the physical prowess of Ruud Gullit and try to win those battles in midfield. particularly when he goes up against Jorginho. But now it's Dukal who's appears to be going on the counter attack, sort of a mirror image of the second half where it was mostly Dugal's possession and Mufu trying to counter. And looks like it's a bit of a role reversal, taking his time now. And this could be a good opportunity. If he plays this right and he's got away from his man, let's see if he can get that ball in. Nope, doesn't look like it. Well defended, and Northeast United FC come forward again.
Oh yeah, the Northeast United FC, and this entire second half has sort of been silent. There's just those two goals, between these two players, and it's all tied up. It's all even Stevens, but this could be a promising one. A
Oh,
very interesting shot taken by Mufu with Mbappe, but couldn't really figure out what his intention was really over there.
yeah, I mean, it was a very, very nice, innovative ball played in over the top. It just seemed to take absolutely forever to come down. Just didn't come down for him quick enough to get that volley away with the power that he wanted. And almost stealing in over there with Messi setting up Ronaldo, something that, well, has never happened in the history of football. And probably won't at the rate that things are going. But at the moment, very, very tight game over here. It is 2-all still. No goals in the second half so far. Something that does tend to happen. You have a lot of goals scored in that first half. The second half tends to be a little bit calmer. The both players trying to be a little bit more solid on defense and not give away as many chances. And that's really been what we've seen so far. And now the opportunity to find that ball in behind to Ronaldo. Let's see what Mufu has up his sleeve over here. Nothing particular. It's Rafael Varane back there defending for Dugal, and now he can come forward again. It's sort of, well, three or four bodies forward, but six defenders back. So you really have to be ultra quick, ultra precise, or just have to do what he's doing right now, which is that reset and try to break down the defense again.
Oh yeah, and the point where we're sort of approaching the end moments of this matchup, and someone has to do something over here, to be honest, because as entertaining the first half was, the second half they've been trying to create chances, but again, both these players really not giving them that offensive opening for the opposition. So that has been the case over here. Again, 10 more minutes. The last 10 minutes, we've got to see who scores the winner. As Mufu, he's been maintaining possession. Mufu has done a good, decent job of trying to keep the possession to himself. He's been making those midfield plays, has been relying on it a lot. And this time, going a little aggressive. Again, there you can see. And fended off. So this is something that we're seeing time and again happen in the second half, right? Build up an attack just to get defended, and the same with the opposition team over here. So this time Dukkal, the one who's going to cause some menace. Oh, that's a good pass. Had he broken through with Mbappe there, that could have surely been a goal.
Yeah, definitely. And again, I think Mufu was looking for that immediate ball. It's a cheap giveaway in midfield. Both defenders getting together. It's one pass if played right. Could be the goal for Dugal. Lost the opportunity there, but still, of course, has possession, has the initiative. It's 87 minutes now. Needs to get that shot away. Does get it away. And now I think the last attack should go to Mufu if he decides to play it that way. Yeah, he looks like he's slowing it down. He wants to go for that last attack. He has Mbappe running in behind. Very poor ball. And now the last attack, will actually be presented straight back to Northeast United FC. Could be a huge moment, could be a huge giveaway if Mufu can make it count. And of course, the nerves will be playing a huge part. And you can see that in the pass that was made. And now, with a minute to go, Dugal really has nothing to lose unless his teammate is telling him on the side, you know what, let it be. I do think this ball will go forward. And there you go. It is 2-all by the end of it. A well-contested game. You'd have to say a much improved performance, particularly from Mufu after what we saw from him yesterday, where he was just playing slightly unrealistic football, trying to do things that were just not, did not seem statistically or percentage-wise possible. And very, very close game in the end. I think just about shaded by Northeast United FC after that second half performance, but it does end 2-all.
Yeah, and for a moment, I really thought the way this matchup was going, we could see somebody winning this one out. But yeah, it was all those first half heroics from these two lads that ensured that this match ends up in a draw. But regardless, I think an improvement we can also say from Dunkel's side, because last time he'd been beaten 4-0 to Imad, but this time they has managed to get a draw on 2 each. So that's something really good. But again, if you talk about Shubham and Imad. Now, this is the matchup that I've been talking about. This is the matchup that really, really matters over here because Shubham and Imad had both won their past game. So, it's going to be interesting as to how they're going to try and play.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, both players having lost their matches yesterday. Imad, of course, was very, very close fought thing, losing it by just one goal. 1-0 was the defeat that he suffered yesterday. And Shubham, of course, needs to sort of get his head back into the game. He was undefeated for 10 games at the start of the season. And then suddenly he's had sort of 3 defeats or 2 defeats back to back, and it's really not worked out that way for him. Needs to get his head back in the game, and I'm sure we're going to see a much improved version from both players. So again, really, really close contest. I mean, I could see that game being drawn as well and setting us up for a grandstand game three, because this game is vital to win for both teams. More so, you would say, for Odisha FC, because they are really, really clinging on to the coattails of those top 6 or 7 teams, and a win over here could potentially put them level with Kerala Blasters FC, and then give them a platform to just launch that all-out attack at the end of the season. But it all boils down to how Shubham can perform for them in this next game.
Oh yeah, it's going to be so important, especially Shubham, right? Because Odisha FC and Shubham, you has always been that last line of defense. He's always been that one player who never disappoints, but has been going through a really tough time. So that is something that we have to take into consideration because against SC Bengal yesterday, he went for quite a beating against Ankit Gupta, right? And there was a point where Shubham also did admit, you could see from his expressions that yeah, Ankit was just a better player. But against Imad, now both of them, for both these teams, this is going to be so important, especially for Northeast United FC, right? Because they still have a good chance at making it to the top four. Now, yesterday they lost one game, and today they just cannot afford to do the same. Because if they do it, if they do lose today, then that's going to be such a huge bump in their attempts of making it to the top four. But I think we do have Mufu with us, and he's waiting for us in the studio. And finally, Mufu, after a long, long while, we get to have a chat with you. So quite an interesting matchup. We did see a lot of changes from your side. Finally ditching your Ronaldinho. So what is the thought process behind that?
No, I didn't want to do that. Unfortunately, I had to since the team of the year players are too overpowered. So it'll just be like unfair to my partner if I stick with Ronaldinho now,
Mhm.
because he's like, as much as I love him, I can't use him because of the players are too good, like Messi and stuff. They're just too good. So yeah, we got our updated accounts. Our accounts got updated last night, so we put in
Right.
the new players. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Did you not feel that it was a little bit of a risk, like having not played with used a lot of these players in the past, like considering they were just available last night?
Yeah, it's a risk, definitely a risk. But I would say that if I didn't do it, like I didn't know, right? My opponent would have like changed as well. So
Yeah,
Right.
it could have been a total mismatch. So
yeah.
that
Right.
for me personally, that was a bigger risk. So I couldn't do that, unfortunately.
Well, it was sort of a gamble, but did not really went the way you wanted. But again, it was not the end of the world, right? But
Yeah.
tell us about something more about these cards. Which are the ones we're gonna see a lot often from here on?
I would say Messi and Ronaldo. I think they'll be pretty much in everyone's team, even the defensive line. I think it'll be the same. Goalkeepers will differ. Not a lot of
Right.
people will use Donnarumma, but I'm using Donnarumma. Yeah, so I
Of
think
course.
pretty much there'll be like 3 or 4 choices to make. Like I put Jorginho in midfield. A lot of
Yeah,
people will put
Right.
Hullet. And the fourth player for me, which was R9, a lot of people have Pele, Eusebio, or different.
yeah.
There are 4 players I
Okay.
think which will differ, but rest of the core will be the same.
But so a decent result for you getting at least the draw out of this. It's not quite happened for you over the last 3 or 4 games. What's really been going wrong?
Yeah, I think I've lost my last 2 matches and both heavily. So I think it's just I need to change my style now since this late in the tournament I can't be skilling around. unfortunately.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't play the way I used to play, because at the start of the tournament it worked because people didn't figure it out. But
Yeah.
people are not committing defenders now. So there's no point skilling. Like, if you won't come to take the ball, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, mostly this is the pattern everyone's following, because of that, defensively everyone's now very solid. So it's actually very hard to scale. So like, skilling is pretty much out of the game now.
And likewise, we could see those two goals coming out of you on those counterattacks. And we really hope if it goes towards the co-op, you get to see the greener side. That being said, all the best to you for your co-op game. And of course, we have the next matchup from Imad as well. We hope to speak with him soon.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, you'll speak to him hopefully.
Cheers. All right.
Well,
So,
yeah, quite optimistic, hoping that he gets the win. But yeah, what a game in prospect now. Shubham up against Imad. Both players who I think have been a little reactive style of players. I mean, both players who tend to look at the opponent and then decide their style according to that. Shubham, of course, has done that very successfully. But I think suddenly the moment he started trying to play his own way, it started going downhill. So we might just see that defense first, very solid backline Shubham today,
yeah.
and it might be up to Imad to try and break him down. But yeah, very very interesting tactical battle, and just can't wait for that to kick off.
Yeah, these two, juggernauts. One side we've got the Viper of eISL, we can say him, and the other side, the Chocolate Boy. Ladies' favorites. We've got the Valentine's week going on. I'm pretty sure he's gonna receive a lot of roses and gifts in his hotel. But regardless, if you take a look at the statistics, of course, Imad has been one of the better goal scorers. But Shubham always playing under pressure. He's been very defensive when situation arises, when the situation needs be. He does know how to go a lot offensive, right? But Shubham has always been more of that reactive sort of a player instead of being proactive, right? So we've got to see if Imad is going to make any sort of early movements over here. But here's the kickoff with, of course, Odisha FC from left to right with the signature black. We've got Northeast United FC in there, white from right to left.
Yeah, well, I think Imad will want to try and get the win here in this game for sure. Purely because co-op wise, I don't think Northeast United FC have been particularly reliable. It's not that they've been bad. I don't think they've been consistent enough in their co-op performances. And very, very cheap early giveaway from Shubham over here. Not quite, picking the right pass in the midfield. And again, we do see there is De Bruyne, there is Gullit over there. It is, yes, Mbappe, Ronaldo, and Messi. Bit of a giveaway, but Joao Cancelo in there. It's like we're watching completely new teams now. Of course, Pele returns for Imad over here, almost a decently worked opportunity, and of course N'Golo Kante also now back in there as that defensive shield. Antonio Rudiger, the defender of choice for Shubham in this game. Let's see if the goalkeeper is a Petr Cech or who it is. We will find out soon enough. And it appears that Shubham may be playing that 4-4-2 diamond system. Let's see, because actually no, I think it is a 4-2-3-1. But well, we will find out soon enough. And now Shubham trying to get in using both the Ronaldos together. Can he find that ball into the box? Had the opportunity, elected not to take it, and had it again, still deciding not to take it. And of course, Shubham has been saying that a lot of teams, a lot of players have just been hanging on to the ball so that he can't have it and do much with it. So I think he's going to make it a point to try and keep that ball as much as he possibly can. But of course, the dynamic is a little different because Imad also knows that he needs to win this game and put that pressure on so that Northeast United FC can at least guarantee themselves that 1 point before going into the co-op. So yeah, very, very cagey tactical battle so far. Let's see who comes out on top.
Oh yeah, it's going to be really interesting and exciting at the same moment. But from what we've seen, both these players, no stones unturned, completely just going after each other. Yet to see some good chances being created from either of the sides, and this could potentially be one. A lobbed pass over here towards Mbappe, but does not really have the support of his teammates. And finally, the cavalry arrives, but a little too late, I must say. De Bruyne and Ronaldo, well, they were trying to build up that passing play but were intercepted as now Northeast United FC and Imad. They've got to figure something out, right? And Imad has always been a genius, right? We've seen him take down the juggernauts, the big giants like Sir Ranch, and completely ousting, and in a very interesting fashion. So yeah, Imad always has the potential. He's just about to burst. We just have to gotta see when exactly he does that. But goes for the finish shot from well, quite a far off position. Do you think was the right call there?
I mean, it is one of Imad's go-to moves, and of course, with the new upgrade Messi card, I'm sure if the shooting was OP before, it'll be even more OP now, considering the card is rated what 97, 98. Probably, as Mufu said, the new team of the year cards are very, very OP. I've been hoping to try and get one for my team as well. Shot taken there by Ronaldo, and it is a corner immediately, and looks like a substitution being made, or a bit of a pause in the game. Think it might be Shubham who's taken that pause, might be looking to make some kind of tactical changes, as Dugal offering some advice from the side as well.
Yeah, he's gonna need that, right? He's gonna need more of that. And Dugal, I mean, likewise with Mufu, is not gonna be pretty happy with how he performed today, right? Because, of course, initially the way it started off, both of them were looking good. In fact, Dugal was looking a lot more aggressive, a lot more better, and a lot more sound. But then in the second half, I think they kind of figured each other out, and there was just nothing left to kind of break the ice between them. But this corner, of course, being taken, you've got you know Gullet. However, oh, right, just the ball given away, but it's still fine. It's still fine. Not the end of the world, because Odisha FC, they can just build up the play. But there you can see Ronaldo asking for a pass. Wow, Cancelo and Mbappe trying to pass it on. Very good reads, I must say, from Imad. Knowing exactly which player Shubham would go to, and intercepting it before even the pass reaches the teammate.
Yeah, and well, I think he's going for the same tactics that we could say Shubham has been complaining about, where keeping that ball as much as he can, not allowing Shubham to see much of it, and of course that would have been frustrating him to no end. He has been a bit vocal about things on social media as well of late, so feeling that the world is not going to plan, and another wry smile as Imad smashes that in off the post. Another potential terra virtua, super moment of the match. It is the lead taken by Northeast United FC, and Imad just out of nowhere, like a bolt of lightning, banging that in, and it is 1-0.
Oh yeah, I mean, these are the shots that you actually have to go for, right? We've seen so many players, rather opt for a pass from that angle, do a few other things, but yeah, Imad has always been that confident player. He knows that he can go for it. He knows he can score from that position. He's done even more wonders. He scored from a gullet with that finesse shot from long. So I'm pretty sure this is nothing new for him. But right after, this is where Shubham has got to make that comeback. Now, this is where Shubham seems to be the deadliest, right? He concedes a goal, and then right after, we see him pulling one off. So that has always been the go-to story. Not now, maybe in the late, but he does. He does manage to get a draw or something out of it. But certainly has to change, right? He's got to be the one sort of being on the aggressive side, sort of having the lead on most of the occasions. But regardless, let's see. It's 41 minutes into the game, and it's Northeast United FC having that one goal, very important lead. So if nothing can be done in the first half, of course, in the next 20 minutes of the second half, Shubham has got to score one.
Yeah, and again, a good opportunity for Imad to build over there, but a cheap giveaway, and now a chance on the counter attack again. Shubham electing to slow it down a little bit. Not really playing a risky game. He's trying to play it as safe as he can. Now this time finds a very good ball into Mbappe. Will look for that cutback and get the goal. Brilliantly worked there by Shubham. Gets the equalizer immediately. Usually he's had to wait till the second half for that to happen, but now gets that equalizing goal. Gets the players dancing. It is 1-1. And this match really is seeming to follow the template of the game we saw in the first half as well, with Northeast United FC going first, and then immediately at the stroke of halftime being pegged back by Shubham, who will be very, very happy about that.
Yeah, just the only thing that was different is, of course, the number of goals and the fact that Northeast United scored this time first. But regardless, this is typical Shubham, right? He concedes one, and then right after he scores one. So what I've been, wanting to see out of this man is more goals, right? Really be the first one applying that pressure, not the one always trying to play that catch-up game because. Again, that is one of the reasons that we've seen so less goals scored out of him. We always know that the potential that this man possesses is, beyond comparison. So, of course, once he's got to get into his vibes, once he's in his zone, gets back his mojo, then he's gonna do a lot better than this. But of course, that being said, we're on with our second half, and both the goals scored by the players here were of really good class, but we've still yet to find our winner because even last time a similar sort of a situation occurred when these two went up against each other with Imad winning his first game, Shubham winning the second, and in the third game, in the co-op game, it was a 1 each. So
Yeah.
both of them sort of had to share points. Now this is something that they would not want to be doing today.
Yeah, I mean, Northeast United FC, I think they can live with a draw given the number of games they have over a lot of the teams ahead of them, Chennai FC, Mumbai City FC. A lot of these teams have more matches that they have played. So there is opportunity still for them to strike back. But of course, you want to maximize your points as much as possible. For Odisha FC, you would have to say 1 point really achieves nothing for them. So they have to be looking for all three. They have to try to look for that. But Imad almost managing to sneak his way into the middle of the box over there, found that gap, but of course it was closed down immediately by the defender there, Antonio Rudiger, doing a very, very good job. And yeah, now it's going to start to get a little bit cagey. I honestly think the next goal wins this game. It's just going to be so tight. And if there is a next goal at all, that's the big question because both players now, again, I think like we saw in game one, their focus will be to remain solid on defense, not concede, and then see what they can do in the attack. I don't think we're going to see a lot of very risky plays, not a lot of caution to the wind being thrown. And yeah, this could end in a cagey affair. We hope it's not going to go that way, but only takes one moment of magic to change things around, and that moment could be here. It is Mbappe, brilliant, and
Wow.
that is the magic we're talking about. It is Imad Rocks with another Terra Virtua super moment of the match. There you go, celebrates, punches that flag. Brilliantly worked. The individual skill over there, considering his teammate said skillers are not going to succeed, but Imad defying all odds, working that beautifully, getting the ball into the box over there with Mbappe. Lovely little shift and bang into the corner.
Yeah, and against this sort of a goal, there's barely anything that you can do, right? And they're like, okay, yeah, that was a nice one. Mufu is, you can never please Mufu. He's that kind of a guy. But yeah, for Shubham, now again, back to square one, where we really were, where Imad had that early lead, and then Shubham towards the very end managed to secure that equalizer there, but as the stroke of at the stroke of the second half itself, it's just when it began. And there you can see Northeast United FC have taken a very good lead, but this could be another good chance created by Shubham, as still taking some time to build it up. With De Bruyne making sure he's got some presence around the midfield. Instead, goes for a long pass on towards Hakimi, and it's gonna be interesting to see how he's going to play this one out because now he's going a little deep. He's with the right wings over there. Neymar passing on towards Kante. All right, so Mbappe again, he's going to pass it back towards Hakimi. He's got his right backs up, so it's going to be an interesting situation because on that counter attack, if Imad can find something, but look at that cutback maybe coming in from Shubham's side, but little too far-fetched, little overextension there, and not really going Odisha FC's way.
Yeah, he did look like it played that well, but now huge moment for Imad. If he can get this counter attack right, he could be closing this game out. Vital for Shubham to be able to defend this, and he does, manages to get him to turn around, but of course the chance is not gone yet. Has the opportunity to play in Ronaldo, lovely turn, but too many bodies in the way for Imad to get through. And now on the counter attack, this is where Shubham really has to capitalize. He has bodies ahead, he's got his fullbacks bombing forward, Hakimi on the right flank. But can he get the ball in? Nope, it's going to be a goal kick.
Oh, so again, one of those chances. But yeah, this is typical Odisha FC style of play, right? Play the catch-up game, try to apply a little bit of pressure, and see how it goes through. But as we head on with things over here, Northeast United FC still have that lead, but now Odisha FC with Cancelo going in from that left wing, but Hakimi is there for the rescue, and he'll make sure that he gets it away. So we're seeing, I believe, Theo Hernandez being replaced over here with Hakimi. I think that's something more often we're going to see now that the players' accounts have been updated with those Team of the Year cards. But Bullet, all right, has passed it on towards Ronaldo and Mbappe getting that steal away. So again, those back and forth FIFA coming in from both these players. Now Ronaldo getting the ball. This could be promising as he went in for a dribble, not exactly the way he wanted, and Marquinhos was there to catch it. And now we're gone with the interception.
Yeah, well, could have had a good opportunity to counter was Imad over there, but well read, well defended by Shubham, and a cheap giveaway. He's not going to be happy with himself over there. And now I'm looking for that ball in behind, a little too over ambitious, you would have to say, and also a little underhit. Could potentially have made that ball, but now Shubham getting Hakimi forward. He's been the main outlet so far. Looks for the
Oh
cutback
no!
just past the forward. It still remains in play. Goes to the other fullback now. Joao Cancelo, of course, the left back. Can he get himself involved in the game as well? And now for Shubham, he's gone quite attacking. He is, of course, playing that 4-4-2 diamond system, now getting the fullbacks involved. So it is pretty much a 4-2-4 in that sense. So plenty of bodies forward. And now for Imad, it's about surviving the onslaught and trying to hit on the counter attack. He will get chances. And I'm sure Shubham is going to get more chances as well. It's just about which player can take those chances that's going to be so crucial.
Oh yeah, but again, now at this point, if Imad manages to score one more, then it's pretty much lights out for Odisha FC, right? They're going to be on a tremendous disadvantage, and I think their run for, or maybe their dream of top four, by which they're just hanging by a thread, it's gonna finally cut off, right? It's gonna, no matter how much they're gonna try, it's gonna be so very difficult for them because already the top four we're witnessing, there's a very good competition going between them, and Mufu's making some gestures. But regardless, getting back into the game, Imad has all his attention, all his focus. But Shubham, he's got to try and change it all. He's looking focused more than ever, and he needs that goal, right? He needs that goal. He needs to do it really fast. And there we have it with a throw. Got to see what can he
The
make out of it.
headphones are out as well for Shubham, so now it's complete focus. Maybe he had a bit of music and stuff going on, which a lot of players tend to do. But now it's the time for absolute focus. He gets Jude Bellingham on as one of the players. An interesting selection over there. Let's see if, because not particularly a highly rated card, maybe one of the special cards. Of course, it's 83 minutes now, and on the counter attack, look at the acres of space to run into. He just needs to find that right ball, and he has. He's found the ball that he wanted, and now it's one Ronaldo with the other Ronaldo available. Doesn't need him, but he puts it wide. Could that be a huge moment? It is 84 minutes, and Shubham somehow has survived. I can't believe, and I don't think Imad can believe how he's missed that. But it's a lifeline for
Yeah.
Shubham and Odisha FC now to stay in this game. If he can create a goal over here, that could be a massive moment.
Oh yes, that could have been, and yeah, but now this is where Shubham needs to capitalize. This is where he needs to score, but not really going his way. Just the last 4 minutes, maybe if he can get a steal away, maybe he does get to go for that one final attack. I think considering this way this match is going off, and one more good pass, and I'm pretty sure Imad is going to be calling the shots. Now again, one good chance created. He's trying to keep possession of the ball as much as possible. With Messi passing it on towards De Bruyne, he's got to take the shot. And there you go. It slides out. Northeast United FC have finally managed to do it. They've managed to win this game. And Imad, he's going to feel ecstatic about it.
Yeah, absolutely. He worked that really well. Dumbfounded to the keeper there with that shot cancel. Nothing that Shubham could do in that moment. And of course, the team of the year, Kevin De Bruyne, making his impact immediately upon arrival. And yeah, it is pretty much over now. Shubham won't even get to complete this attack, I don't think. And there you go. It's just going to be kicked out. and referee's assistant ducks out of the way of the ball, and there you go. It is 3-1 to Imad, and Northeast United FC now are guaranteed to have at least 1 point. You can see the stress still on Imad's face. Get the cube out, man. Get the cube out. Relax. It's over. And I'm sure we're going to see the cube at some point. I think it's there on the desk. We just can't see it. But in any case, it was a match of very, very fine margins, and Imad coming out triumphant on top. That, of course, does ensure that Northeast United FC will get at least 1 point from this game. But don't count Odisha FC out just yet. They have been a very good co-op unit, and they could well win Game 3 and steal a point for themselves.
Oh yeah, they certainly can do that. They have the potential, yes. But with the way this matchup ended, right, Shubham, especially after losing that one game towards Adi Sima, then we've sort of seen his downfall, where he's not, look that good as he really was initially in the start. And always had been playing that catch-up game, had always been, eyeing out for that 1 point, but they've lost a few too many. And again, this is where your sort of heart breaks, right? And this is where your mettle is also tested, because the very least that they can get out of this game, Azim, is just that 1 point, right? And that is all they could do. And towards the end of the game, we did see in those final 10-12 minutes, Imad really picked up his game, especially this one goal. This was so good, taking that switch and then going for the shot. Imad then created a few more chances, some of which did not really go through, but like this one, but it's still okay, because right after that, he scored one more.
Yeah, you could see he couldn't quite believe it when that didn't go in, and then his teammates telling him, just calm down, keep focused, you'll get the goal. And eventually that goal did come for him. It did come, and you can see over here, worked very, very nicely, and bang, there you go.
Yeah, just no one marking him over there, and he got that window of opportunity. He took it, and finally he's feeling himself. And now, with the way things are, it's a 3-1 scoreline for Northeast United FC, and they managed to at least secure 1 point, even if they lose the next game. If they lose the next game, then it's going to be this way. But, the way things are right now, of course, it's going to be interesting. But as we take a look at the statistics over here, Northeast United, they do have the better stats, 2.8 expected goals. So that's one good thing. But, again, the way this matchup is heading towards, Azim, I really feel, there's not much remaining. Yeah, of course, Odisha FC would, want to get a win out of this one in the co-op game. But that only time is going to tell. But for all you viewers out there, we have something for you. All that you've got to do is get yourself signed up at terravirtua.io/ISL. And guess what? You're going to get a free NFT. And it's known by the name of VFlect. And it's worth $19.99.
Yep, and you guys, of course, get to own it for free. All you have to do is sign up, and of course, there's a lot of trading cards, team mascots, lots of fun stuff available for all of you people who are in the NFT ecosystem. And if you aren't, why aren't you? Get involved and get on Terravirtua right now.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you definitely should, get on the bandwagon. It's trending. It's been going viral. We've been seeing millions being made out. But yeah, of course, you've got to be a little careful. You've got to do your own research. But that being said, getting back to this matchup, right? It was an Eastern Coast derby again, and Odisha FC not really finding themselves at the right areas, right? Again, trying to play that catch-up game every single time hasn't really worked out. Maybe for Shubham, I would really want him to see go really deep, go really aggressive, and it can really work out. And some chit chat between these two players, and Shubham clearly Shubham and Dougal both not really pleased with how they've played. At least Dougal managed to get a draw. With Shubham, it was not an outcome that he would have wanted, but yeah, we've got to live with it and move on.
Yeah, well, they can still get themselves a point. Let's not forget, if they go and win this next game. And Northeast United FC not been the most consistent co-op unit, you would have to say. Clearly some disagreement across the benches. Maybe we'll get to find out what it was later on through some of our gossip spies who are placed in the studio. Do we have any gossip spies? I hope we do. because we'd love to get in on the action as well. But in any case, the teams now being decided. Of course, it's a new challenge co-op wise as well for these teams, because now with the new meta, of course, players having different choices, different preferences of what they want to do in co-op. We have seen Northeast United FC, when they've won both their opening matches, give us a few gag substitutions, get on a John Joe Shelby once in a while. Not seen a Marouane Fellaini just yet, so if anyone has that on their agenda, would love to see that as well. Let's see if that happens. But for the moment, it is just ticking down now to game 3. Still a very tense encounter in progress, and also interesting to note that Imad is still the only player we've seen who has that little attachment on his right thumbstick, and clearly it was effective for him. Of course, using that the right thumbstick for the skill to get that crucial second goal.
Oh yeah, and these small, minute details make a lot of difference, right? Now they're clearly having some discussion, I think, primarily around the players that they really want to select, and Imad is definitely trying to make some sort of an explanation. And this is something that I would really want to hear, what these players are talking to each other, right? Even our audience, our viewers would also get a slight idea. But all of you watching this event, if you're liking your teams, if you're supporting the players, then don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on the channel as well. Do follow these guys on their Instagrams and their Twitters. They've been quite active over there, so you might never know, you might get to have a direct face-to-face conversation with them. But now getting back Odisha FC, what do you think are they going to do from over here?
Well, I mean, for them, the job is simple. They have to go out and win. I mean, there's no other option for them. They have to take this game by the scruff of the neck. Forget the last 2 results. Just go out there, go on all-out attack, and get the result that they need. Of course, 1 point doesn't really do that much for them, but it is still a point. It is still a step in the right direction for them. They have to keep trying to go up the table. You never know what results could happen. There could be one freakish string of 10 matches with all the teams drawing against each other, because it is getting so tight, and that might open the door up for them. So can't lose hope, have to keep going.
Oh yeah, we certainly have to, and that's the part and parcel of life. But clearly something's going on. They're having quite an intense conversation. So really 2 different contrasting departments, right? Northeast United FC having talking things out over here, whereas for Odisha FC, they're just kind of chilling. They know that they kind of lost the game, which they should not have, because again, if more than Northeast United FC, it really matters for Odisha FC, and they you can see a little bit disappointed with how they've played today. Certainly could have played better, but they would be, like you said, wanting to get some win in this final game, at least, at the very least, take home 1 point.
Yeah, that has to be the minimum aim for them. They have to go out and win in co-op, get all the negativity out of their minds, go out and try to dominate. Of course, Northeast United FC have blown hot and cold in co-op. Sometimes they've looked absolutely phenomenal, sometimes not so phenomenal, let's say, to put it nicely. Of course, there have been a lot of co-op games which they've lost, in which they had won their first 2 games, so it was sort of dead rubber, and they were having a little bit of fun, a little bit of banter by the end of it. But this is, of course, very, very high stakes. It is a difference for them from remaining outside the top 4 and getting back in with a shout, and potentially then dethroning the likes of Chennai FC and Mumbai City FC as well. So huge stakes on the line. They have to keep their focus, keep their calm, and I'm sure we're going to see another blockbuster encounter over here, because for Northeast United FC, yes, a draw will do in this game to get all 3 points, but we're going to see all-out attack, I'm sure, from Odisha FC. This is really their last stand, although it does look like Northeast United FC have gone with a defensive lineup and a defensive setup to start with. Want to keep it solid from the back and go from there, and that will hand the initiative to Odisha FC.
Oh yeah, and we're finally on with the final game of this fixture that we have, and Odisha FC again from left to right in their signature black, Northeast United FC in their away kit from right to left with white. So clearly distinctive. No surprises over there, but this could have been a good chance. But Hakimi just dashes in through, and we see the first corner at the very 4 minutes of the game, and it's going to be interesting if they have got any, you know, way around with it. Right, went for a short one, and Marquinhos towards Mbappe. He's going to cross it over.
Oh,
Varane definitely had it on the heads, but could not connect it.
well, that looked for a moment that they'd worked it brilliantly and it was going to be a goal, but I'm not sure whether he got the header wrong or whether there was a defender in the middle over there who got the ball away. But it looked like a big opportunity, and still Odisha FC trying to come forward. And of course, they have to make sure they're going to attack, but also not get exposed on the counter by those long balls. Again, you see the power of that Cristiano Ronaldo card winning the headers over there. Some fancy footwork there to find Jorginho. And there we go. Let's see what they have in store. Are we going to see one of those fancy long range shots, or are we going to see a more practical approach? It is a long range shot, and it's wide.
It was wide and almost by the, uh, I mean, you can say, brownie points at least to the boys for trying that. I'm pretty sure that must be Mad. He's usually the
Yeah.
one who's behind it. He is that long range criminal who goes for shots like this. But that being said, Odisha FC, they've got to do something. And with Hakimi, they're trying to press in from the right wing. Now, with Neymar, that pass almost went astray, and it did actually, just giving the possession away, and something that Odisha FC cannot afford to do, at least at this point.
Yeah, absolutely can't afford to give away possession, and they can't afford to get hit on the counter attack like this. Now, with Mbappe in the box, will they try to go for the long range shot again? Messi, of course, I would think on the wrong side for that. Looks for the cross in, a good ball in, and the header put wide. The header put wide again, and we've seen two headed chances falling to both teams now, and both of them not being able to capitalize.
Oh yeah, and you know, again, both the times, both the teams on multiple occasions, they're just missing shots here and there. But still, again, appreciation when NEUFC, they've been making those chances. Now again, now we've got to see if Ronaldo or anyone from Northeast United, what are they up to? But this was a cheap giveaway. Ronaldo out with the break, and he's got to use his pace over here. He's got to definitely try and take a shot. Oh,
Oh.
little too much. Doubted his capability over there. I think it was Imad who scored a similar goal like this from Ronaldo, but Orissa FC kind of flinching or going in for the pass. Would not be happy with themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have taken the shot there as well. If nothing else, maybe a deflection could have fallen to the player. And wow, okay, Ronaldo over there getting whacked. I think putting the UFC in any UFC over there. Let's say some wrestling going on over there. But now, no time to think about that. Odisha FC. Will they try to go for a long range shot? It is a long range shot. It is off the crossbar. Neymar has to finish it. Oh, it's off the
way!
crossbar again. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That could be one of the Terra Virtua super
That should
moments of the
be.
match. I know there was no goal, but my goodness, how
Oh.
have they not scored?
Oh, Zim, no, you gotta be kidding me. How on earth could that miss? A lot of aerial duels is what we're witnessing, but the drama is still not yet done. But finally, out of harm's way, Northeast United FC now on the counter attack. That blistering pace coming in from Messi. Of course, Mbappe receives it. Ronaldo goes in out, and that could be a good one for.
Oof.
No.
Oh
No.
yeah, I think that's the corner. Let's see what happens from here. I mean, if Odisha FC lose this game by like 1-0 or it's a 0-0 draw, they will be absolutely kicking themselves because that I think that's probably the miss of the season for me. I have not seen a more clear chance being missed, and oh my god, what is going on over here? It's like there's a magnet on that goal frame that's attracting the ball. A miss-hit shot hitting the crossbar.
I'm not just with Odisha FC. It's the same is going on with Northeast United FC. So, well, definitely the crossbar is definitely looking cursed today, or maybe a magnet, like you suggested, could be the case over here. But as the game sort of keeps on going on, this sort of a giveaway, this is what I was talking about, right? You've got to stop being really loose with the ball. You know that, if you're sort of being a little complacent, then Northeast United FC are going to steal it away. Now, neither of the teams have found that opener inside the third game. Now, this is going to be so important for Odisha FC and the pursuits of trying and sort of equalizing the overall scoreline and make it one each points taken home. That is the best that they could hope for. But Northeast United FC with De Bruyne, I pass it on to Jorginho a little too early with him, and Hullet reads it out well.
Yeah, I think a little bit too ambitious with that pass. Could have just waited a little longer. It is, of course, still nil-nil, and of course, let's remind our viewers that if it ends as nil-nil or indeed a draw, it still does mean that Northeast United FC, by virtue have of Imad beating Shubham in game two, it will be a win and 3 points overall for the team in white. But at the moment, there is an opportunity. I've been surprised to not see more shots taken by Odisha FC. They have been in good shooting positions, but ended up passing it away. This time, being patient, now finding Mbappe in the box, trying to get that shot fake and create the opportunity. But again, well read, well defended. Northeast United FC reverting back to their solid defensive shape once again. And now the opportunity, Ronaldo looking for Messi, but of course that towering frame of Varane over there in the way, and nothing that the attackers could do in that situation. But and this is so close. We could have seen goals from both teams
Yeah.
by this point, and particularly from Odisha FC. I mean, if we look at that expected goals tally, I think it's going to be off the charts. But the ball has found kindly now to Odisha FC. Can they get a shot away? This is the last attack of the half, surely. Needs to just get that shot away. Don't complicate it. And just as I say that, they have complicated it. Now needs a cutback, and the cutback will not be there. It's going to be a corner. This is it. 3 minutes of stoppage time played, that goes straight in the hands of the keeper, and that is half time and a pulsating half, let's say.
Yeah, and we were seeing those sparks, we were seeing those chances being created. Odisha FC, of course, being a little more dominant in the first half. Northeast United FC, they also did create the chances, were completely not out of the game though. But look at this go!
Oh my god.
How on earth could that miss out? Oh.
Just the reactions across the table. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How is that even possible?
Yeah, even they've realized, right? Today, again, is one of those bad days, and the is gonna laugh it off, just chuck it away and move on with it, because now with the commencement of the second half, we do have Northeast United this time from left to right with their away white, but on the contrary, we do have Orissa FC this time from right to left in the signature black, but now getting on. It's almost 50 minutes of playtime. We've got to see in the next, let's say, 60 minutes marker, are we going to see any sort of a goal from either of these teams?
Well, I do think we will see a goal or two. I mean, at least I hope we will. And this could be a good opportunity over here. Does Neymar have the pace to beat João Cancelo? Well, when you're up against a Team of the Year card and you're just, a lowly 93 rated card, uh, can be difficult in the world of the eISL. But and that really harks back to the point that Mufu was talking about, right? When you have 97, 98 rated players, it's difficult to compete with even players in the low 90s because of how good those attributes are, particularly the strength and defensive attributes can so overpowering in certain situations, and that's why we do end up seeing a lot of these teams using pretty much the same players. For people who are not, of course, familiar with the Foot Ultimate Team format, that is really how it works. It's all about getting the right player cards. There are different variations of each player card that you can get, which of course adds and boosts different attributes. And of course, you need to get your team chemistry going as well. A very complex system that I have got very deep into, particularly this year. And now getting deep into the half is Odisha FC finding the ball in, but again Ruben Diaz over there. Oh my goodness, almost walking that into his own goal with Donnarumma, and a bit of a sigh of relief from Northeast United FC as they're just going to try and keep the ball as much as they can, keep the ball and win the game. That really is their policy. And now getting in behind on the counter attack. Will there be a cross in here? There is a cross. It is Ronaldo, and well defended again. It's been a battle of aerial balls so far, and both attacks somehow not able to hit the back of the net.
I think we're going to see more of those, right? Not just in this match, but in the matches coming after this as well. Likewise, Mufu had been vocal about the fact that, this meta, you can't really do a lot of skill moves and, think of getting away with it. You've got to play it very carefully, and you've got to play it. If your basics are right, then you're not going to have a lot of issues. As there you can see the interception had been made, and Marquinhos back at the ball again towards Hakimi. Jorginho. Now this is sort of going on and on and on like an infinite loop, right? Because both these players are going after each other, both these teams rather, but neither of them finding any sort of opening. Either it's maybe the what do you call it? The long pass has been taken, the ball hitting the goal post, or anything else, but not the back of the net. It's going so a little disappointing. Let's see how the last 20 minutes go fair off.
Yeah, we do see a pause being queued by Odisha FC, so clearly some personnel changes are in the pipeline. But will they need them? I don't think they'll need to make changes or particularly attacking changes if they can manage to get a goal over here. But again, that man Jorginho in the right place at the right time, very, very well worked over there. And now looking for that long ball in behind for Ronaldo. Will it fall to him? No, it is offside. And you can see there is a bit of visible frustration between the Odisha FC boys because Northeast United FC, their game plan is very, very clear. Keep the ball as much as they can, force Odisha FC to press onto them, and then try to just sort of fill in those gaps and find players and through balls in the gaps that left behind with the press. So it's still very, very nervy, very, very cautious from Northeast United FC. They have to play this very, very smart. They cannot go very gung ho attacking and try to score that goal because, of course, they could get exposed to the counter attack. And they do need to get at least a draw out of this game to ensure the 3 points. So, still, you can see they still believe Odisha FC that they can get the win and can steal a draw out of this game. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It is still 0-0, no? So one goal could change everything. We see Vinicius, Bellingham, and Pele. So throwing caution to the wind are Odisha FC getting those attacking players involved. But if you give that ball away so cheaply, you're going to be made to pay. We do see now the fresh legs of Pele on that left flank for Northeast United FC. There is. Oh, I thought he might have gone to De Bruyne. The ball does reach Maradona this time. But at the near post, well covered. I think a bit suboptimal because he had his own player in front of him, sort of almost blocking the shot, which would have made whether Imad or Mofu, whoever it was, think twice before taking that shot. So not the greatest conviction. But now, as we approach the 80-minute mark, this is where it could get so tight, so crucial for Odisha FC and Northeast United FC. And now the balls in behind are going to be available. Massively huge chance over here. The ball in to Ronaldo is available. The header, will it find the target? Yes, it does. Northeast United FC managed to get that goal. And oh my, Odisha FC will be regretting those misses even more now.
Oh, getting Robert Lewandowski at the right time. This is exactly what they needed, right? This was so well planned. So another of those pocket strategies. I really need to ask whose idea was that, but it played out perfect. The 98 card. Now I think this is again one of those cards that we're gonna see more often these days.
Oh, definitely. I think Ronaldo still does give you that little bit more in terms of dribbling ability in the game. So, but I think an excellent super sub to have because great physical presence, great ability in the air. There is still an opportunity. If Odisha FC can get a goal back nice and early right now, they have got Vinicius on over there trying to exploit that 99 pace that he does give you. But so many gaps now appearing, and if he's onside over here, and he is, could be another opportunity. Will they just play it safe? Trying to take their time, not forcing it, forcing that sliding tackle over there. And now again, will they look for Lewandowski in the box once again? No, deciding to play it safe. And again, this is a big opportunity. The ball chipped in behind, chested down now, volley. That is absolutely brilliant. Northeast United FC absolutely bossing it over here. And the super sub, Lewandowski, gets the job done.
What on earth was that? I mean, on both the occasions, the type of ball scored, that was so beautiful. And now there's no chance on earth. There's no chance on earth that Odisha FC can actually make a comeback over here or anything of that sort at the very least, even if they sort of pull out a magical draw. Regardless, the points are going to go towards Northeast United FC. And you can clearly see the descent on the players' faces. Now this is Mofu, right? He wants to make the skill moves. He likes doing that. But yeah, as a team in the second half, they have really stepped up. This could be a good chance with Pele.
Oh, it's saved. How on earth are they managing to miss these chances? And again, on the counter attack, the whistle will blow. It is 3 points on the day for Northeast United FC. You can see Imad giving a thumbs up across the table, looking very, very stressed about the situation. But at the end of the day, it is the 3 points that Northeast United FC came there for. They are still well in that chase for the top four. They will settle down now into fifth place with a few games in hand over their rivals. But for Odisha FC, I think probably lights out in terms of the top four chase.
Yeah, I think this should probably do it, and this is why you could see the players they're under such tremendous pressure. But I think yeah, it's kind of a sigh of relief now. There's nothing gonna be stopping these lads, but I'm gonna feel bad, especially this one. How on earth could anyone possibly miss that? And you've got the best players that you can have, and you could clearly see they're just shrugging it off, and they had nothing to say after that. But this one where Lewandowski comes in as a sub and the header just flying through the goal, look at this, can possibly also be the Terra Virtue moment of the game.
Yeah, quite possible. And of course, I mean, if we are looking at a Lewandowski goal as the Terra Virtue super moment of the match, it will probably be this one. Look at that lovely chest control, taking the defender out, left foot volley, bang, into the top corner. But I think the bigger moment in the game was that double miss, because that would have changed the momentum of the fixture completely. It would have allowed Odisha FC to play to their strengths, one goal up. And you can see the expected goals, 2.9 to 1.9. Odisha FC would really, in normal circumstances, with a little bit of calm finishing, have won that game and managed to get a draw and take that 1 point. So unfortunate for them on the day. I mean, it's happened to everybody. Everybody has had one of those days where you've had those clean chances on goal and suddenly out of nowhere you hit the post, or the keeper saves it, or something or the other happens, and it's just one of those days, unfortunately, for Odisha. And finally, let's have a look at the final scorecard after a breathless 3 games. The first game, of course, was drawn, Dugal versus Mofu. Imad stealing it towards the end with a 3-1 win against Shubham, also a very intense game, and then 2 goals in the final 10 minutes to get the win and confirm the 3 points for Northeast United FC.
Yeah, and with this, I think they will find themselves in a very comfortable position, especially after losing to Jamshedpur FC yesterday. Now, this is exactly what they sort of needed, right? And now I think they're going to be at par with them in terms of points. They've gotten those 3 points that has also been confirmed right now. But let's take a look at who the hero of the match is going to be. I think no doubt there should be our boy Imad. Yes, there you go. 5 goals scored. So you could clearly see all those assists coming out of Mufu over there. And Imad just doing his magic. And certainly the best player of this fixture.
Yeah, definitely. I absolutely loved that second goal, the chest control and the volley, the confidence to take that shot on, and the confidence to take that chest control on as well. Really, really good stuff. And of course, 2 very, very good individual goals in his match against Shubham as well. So done a good job again, keeping himself in that race for the MVP spot, the top goal scorer spot. And of course, while we're watching the replays, you can of course get your own nice animated mascots from terravirtua.io/ISL.
Yeah, and it kept going. It kept getting better for Imad with his time, right? Towards the end of the final second half, that is when he scored another one, and that was pretty much lights out. But this one, wow! Not just this, the one following up. That was even amazing as well. Pele giving a pass. Look at how he receives. Just got the pass through the defender. And this is Imad having one of his more finer days that we can talk about. But now let's take a look at which is going to be the Terra Virtua super moment of the matchup. I am pretty sure should be that double miss from Odisha FC side. But let's see what's in store. I think it is just about that.
Yeah, we see a way of work brilliantly, gets a chop back, gets the shot away. You think you've got it done, and there, surely you have to score. And almost an own goal as well. It looked like he was going to put it into the net and somehow hit the keeper. And you can see from the reactions that they absolutely cannot believe that they haven't scored over there. So a crucial moment, you would have to say. It could have meant two less points for Northeast United
Yeah.
FC. It could have meant one more point for Odisha FC. And let's see now what impact that has on the leaderboard, because Northeast United FC now climbing back up in a nice healthy position. 13 games played, 22 points, and of course a game in hand over both Jamshedpur FC and Chennai FC. Of course, they have to stay wary of FC Goa and Bengaluru FC, who could catch them up. So really, at this moment, it is pretty much a seven-way fight for those top four places. Kerala Blasters FC could just sneak in and be a factor as well once they get their games underway, because it's just so close at the top. And there we go. Let's. The voice in my head tells me we do have Imad coming in for an interview. And hey, Imad, very very stressful matches for you today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, very stress match. Coming back from that heavy loss yesterday, we knew we had to give a good fight to Odisha because the last time we played them, we only got a draw. And yeah, we knew the game would be difficult. So.
Yeah, of course. I mean, then again, Imad, you were really spectacular in your individual game. But my question would, of course, come down to that Lewandowski choice. That's super sub coming in and right after you scoring that. So, what was the intention behind going for Lewandowski at that moment?
See, I stick with what I know. So, and it's the meta players: Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, and this is all Mufu.
Yeah.
So, he tries all these players. So he tells me, this is a good sub. I was hesitant actually. That's why I was thinking, is it a good sub? And it paid off. These kind of risks, we need to take them. Otherwise, it would have been a draw, or like they had the perfect press and everything. And it was tough for us to get the ball out from the back. And yeah, Lewandowski did it.
11 Golski it is, but now there's pretty much a seven-way battle for those top four positions, and of course you can have the bottom three or four teams interfering in all of that. So how do you see this panning out, man? I know you're going to say we are taking one game at a time, but generally, how are you feeling as one of the top four contenders in the run-in?
You're actually lucky because I knew you would ask this question.
Oh,
So yeah, the thing is that everyone can beat everyone here, and like it's very unexpected, and we have to take it like every game as a final right now. Like yesterday's game, we dropped points, and it's a bummer because we played them a few weeks back and we won.
yeah.
Anything can happen, so we have to show up at our best during that day.
Yeah, of course. I mean, before we let you go, this one's for Mufu, right? He's been going through that little, dippy weather. He's been having those gloomy days today, however, but he's gotten back to what he wants to do your way, right? The meta way, and he's done that. So, in the future, are we gonna see him playing like he played today, or are you thinking that he's gonna make a few switches here and there around? He's not playing around those skill moves. He's playing the more eISL way of FIFA.
It's his first tournament, so the best of Mufu is still yet to come. I don't think anyone has seen the best of Mufu yet. We know when he's at his best, he can beat everyone. So we have to cut him some slack. It's his first tournament. Like he's growing in confidence every game by game. Any
Right.
other player after yesterday's loss, a heavy defeat 4-0 wouldn't be able to cope up with the pressure like this.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well, great performance from both of you today. Of course, now right in the discussion for top four again. So all the best, and we look forward to seeing all your matches. They're always entertaining.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers. All right, so there you have it. Now this is something that I really felt that now the players are preparing for the interviews also. This is something that you would ask. So this was a really quality conversation we've had with Imad after a long time. But then again, for all you viewers out there watching this one, right, you've got a chance of getting a free NFT, which goes by the name of VFlect, a really super cool robot from the future who's here to change the world. And and in different various colors, and in fact, the shades of your jersey of your favorite club. So you might want to check that one out. All you've got to do is hit at www.terravirtua.io/ISL. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally done with this picture. Before we head out, a huge shout out again to our sponsors as eISL is powered by Coca-Cola. Of course, a huge shout out to our associate sponsors, Hero, esports partner Nodwin Gaming, our platform partners PlayStation, and our digital collectibles partners Terra Virtua for making this happen. Now, Azim and I, we're gonna be taking a quick little breather, right? We're gonna be taking a short little break. We're gonna be hopping onto another stream. So you guys don't go anywhere. Get your popcorns and come right over there.